1 hour of the hottest tracks and coolest mashups of the moment. You're now listening to the best music.
I just love this song, honestly. It's not about siding with anybody, but it's just about the art. The art of music.
Checky. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii. Basi waambie wasikie, waambie wasikie, waambie. So number one to me to end kunywa uchi. Self-made sibonga kiconnecti. Super guest hakuna siku nitaja fake it. Nimekumaliza buda cho you gotta face it. Niko na moki lakini we were just a JP. I'm passing zile vitu huwa amulewi. You thought I was a buda yo ilikuwa diko. All of this making rap lakini kwangu ni noise. Wale nitata tole Eminem na siketisha. Saki bora imekuwa kubwa kazi na kamilisha. Nigga bitch when you really taking godly. Unajichocha na bado watu tashika kaje. Imefunga kiko mziki siko ukwangie. Tukanyazima inajopo tukirubezani. Nilikuwa nikusameba chusi talking shit. Nina risasi kama mitabuda na weza squeeze. Nastaki kwa babecha nataka kupenda ya mi. Ukinitiswa vitu niko nadhani kisisiki. Lakini vita brother you can't trust.
One hit at a time.
Nafanya umwe na kichwa bro you can't turn. Twana stop me middle like people that you can't stop. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii. Basi waambie wasikie, waambie wasikie, waambie. Na bado brida nina mambo na wewe. Usitikisana unadhani niliachana na wewe. Big mama na unakuaga na mdomo kama mwewe. Nilikuonyesha na kumanda misi yoko wa mbwewe. Umenisa criminals kutoka kwa those people. Ukiniambia misi kwa give bro I'm not those people. Kuna dopa friend ufanya violence kuni diss bro. We na mandi na ule fanya flani anaitwa trio mio. Hii watu ni mafana nikibona tatoka mbio. Ngoma yako ya juzi kelele tu. Ukisema na bonga nje ya pitch mkono tupu. Wachana na pitch kuja kwa ring ni kudhulumu. Must comment wangu mangu ya blessings ni toxic. Iso lape so toxic mitarapa that's toxic. Ushikane fanye ngoma jubato niko boxy. Sudo ndo nyumbani mazee I want a big fight bitch. Na hivi tani wote ni candle lighting. Nisikia kwa mwingine Kenya taka kufight me. Napenda vita hii manze chatoea nice. Mimi na fly beats fly chicks na fly kicks. Don't naleta vita hapa neza pigo flame kick. Goma zako bila pizza Jamaica slap. Tutaingeje ringa weni toto wa kupigo slap. Uko nitu na yap. Mimi niko studio na rap. Hakuna rapa kama mimi Kenya mechawa mama. Mimi kichora dogo mnachora kuchora mishoni. Najichocha lakini kuna mtu aponea mishoni. Mabibi zangu kuwapea mimi kwa mishoni. Mnadhani mnaniweza na kumpitisho sio. Wasikia. Nilikwambia mwache kucheza na kinga msikii.
You're now listening to the best music.
Basi waambie wasikie, waambie.
I just love this song, It's not about the beef that they have. I don't know. I don't care. But I just love the vibe. It's fire. It's just very motivating if you want to remind yourself who you are. But that is what Cool over there with Least Ya Ocampo. Welcome to Let's Pop with Iriton this beautiful Wednesday. How you feeling? How you doing? My name is Yoto Mongoria on Let's Pop with Iriton, where we're always talking about redefining Africa as we redefine ourselves, because we are the change we need to see in the world. You can download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackwatfirenetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements. I have a clothing with the Blackwatch Fire Radio logo on it. I actually read out the benefits this morning of ashwagandha, of beetroot. If you have literally need more understanding of the health and benefits. So on the side of beetroot, it helps with heart health. Also with ashwagandha helps basically to reduce stress and anxiety. So you can order your ashwagandha, beetroot, manuka honey coffee. Sea moss, my favorite, helps with the hormonal imbalance. Also to give you that clear, glowing skin. Get your sea moss on the www.Blackwood Radio Network Meteor for the 21st century. Before we start the conversation of the day about the history behind our agricultural and economic sector, we do have the one and only
Sankar.
in the building. Why are you so
Yeah.
drained today?
Well, life is amazing. Everything is going on well.
Come on,
It's been an amazing
yes.
time. We've had an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm.
Missing in action kidogo hapa na pale, but that's what great soldiers do. They go missing in action and then come back and shoot.
That's what
motherfuckers
great
right
soldiers
there.
do. I like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go missing in action and come back
Oof.
and shoot you very well. On your fucking
Absolutely.
face.
Okay. What's been happening with
Yeah,
you? But you're good, right? You're just
Mimi-
chill.
Mimi niko salama, mimi iko sema iko kwamba iko fiti.
Jumbo.
Jambo sana, jambo Kenya, karibu Kenya.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much. I've been very okay.
Mm-hmm.
Life here and there, we have to push life. You have to live. You have to keep on moving.
Come on.
And life has been amazing.
I like that.
especially-
I love good energy. I love positive energy. I
Yeah.
just love having a good time with life.
Actually, you were this close to not having me today.
Yeah, I
because,
remember you
I-
mentioned that.
I saw your call yesterday. I was like, okay. I was today. I was the day. My girlfriend is doing her exams.
Hey,
So-
I didn't know. I didn't know you have a girlfriend. Hey,
She's doing her
my girlfriend is
exam.
doing my exams. Okay, mister.
Yes. and she-
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, congratulations. By the way,
When
you
did
have
this
so much.
happen? Oh my gosh.
Wow. Kitambo.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's my classmate, or she was my classmate when I was in choir.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's a lovely lady. I love her so much.
Hey, okay. Hey, pulley.
From the pole.
But we love celebrating love. Okay,
yes.
continue giving our accolades. You're listening.
So they have a paper yesterday and today.
Right. What is she
So
studying?
She started her papers on first.
What's the course?
Psychology. too.
Psychology. Okay,
Yeah, we
got
were in the
it.
same class.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have another paper today. So I planned to see her today,
Yeah.
but then I got a call. I was like, okay, let me now switch things up. I went and saw her yesterday.
Okay.
Wished her good, wished her success, gave her some flowers, and then I was like, okay.
Hey, give her some flowers. Our African men are romantic. All the ladies out there saying, where are these African men? We do have Sankara over here who knows how to take or give flowers to a girl
Yeah.
as it should be.
After her paper,
Uh-huh.
just waited for her outside the gate, and I'm pretty sure she's going
Right.
to crash those papers. It's her last the last session that she's going to be doing her exams.
Right.
Yeah, you're lucky nimepatikana leo by the way, but I'm happy.
It was her day.
Today
I'm
was her
sorry,
day. It was-
Sankara's
But I
girlfriend.
switched. I gave her her day, which was meant to be today,
Yeah.
yesterday, and then I said, okay, let me give Black Hot Fire their day today. So I love
Okay.
all people equally. So don't say
I don't
Black Hot
think so.
Fire,
I
you're
don't
not
think so.
loved.
I think romantic love is different from the love that you love everybody else.
Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah, but thank you for making us a priority.
Thank you so much for having
Yes, you seem very happy when you're talking about her. Like you're blushing when you're talking about her. You should bring her here
me.
one day. We should definitely have a show together. That would be fire.
Wow.
Yes.
She's in a paper right now.
Not now,
Yeah.
whenever.
I
We
wanna
have
say
a lot
that.
of time and days whenever it's possible. No pressure at all, but congratulations
Thank
to
you so
you
much.
and thank you for sharing that with us. Also, it's Joby's birthday.
Happy birthday to Joby.
Happy birthday to Joby. I love birthdays.
Happy birthday
Come on.
to you.
Ooh.
Happy birthday.
Come on.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy
Come on.
birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday
Come on.
to you. Happy birthday.
Come on, that was fire.
Happy birthday
Come
to
on.
Jovi,
Happy
by
birthday
the
to
way.
Jovi for being amazing,
Yeah.
amazing manager, an amazing human being, loving, kind, very generous, very helpful.
We pray for many, many more years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and actually, this will be the first chance I will say this, although this is a selfish move and it's a dick move.
Okay.
But anyways, our birthday songs we should leave alone. Happy
I know, they're so boring.
birthday.
To
Actually, I concur.
make it like more fire.
Yeah, I concur with Trevor Noah because this is the first place I had this argument. He
Okay.
was like, Stevie Wonder did a good job with redoing the birthday song because Kitambo will be happy birthday.
Very sad.
to
It's like, why am I even celebrating this
you."
day?
And you're celebrating live.
Very
Happy
draining.
But you know,
Super draining.
since it's a birthday, you gotta jump and be like,
Get excited about it.
birthday
You know, vice
to
move. That's what's
ya.
up.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Come on, you're
Happy
beginning.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Jovi.
Happy birthday to her.
To more health, peace,
more health, more
abundance,
life.
and success, and basically happiness. Most
Happiness
importantly,
to her.
peace and joy.
Peace and joy.
Absolutely. Before we start the conversation, I do have
Yes.
someone who's really, really, really close to me. Her name is Miss Kier Simmons, who's doing amazing right now. She
So,
has a conference. Literally, I think it has started or it's going to start a few days from now. And she was actually featured on the Kenyan TV yesterday. And Travis Culture has officially welcomed the African Americans to Kenya. I want to share that.
Government, in partnership with Traverse Culture, has unveiled the Journey Back to Eden initiative to attract African Americans, Afro-Caribbeans, and the global African diaspora back to Kenya. Officials say it could redefine Kenya's tourism landscape by diversifying source markets.
And we've often said there's been a 400-year, but it's been at least 700 years disconnect of the stolen children of Africa being able to return home, and not only be able to return home, but bring back the brilliantness, the warriorness, the investments, the opportunities that Africa deserve, and Kenya definitely is in the forefront of it right now.
It gives an opportunity to African Americans and generally the diaspora to come back to Kenya. One, to tour and sample the touristic attractions that are there in the country, and two, to be able to invest, whether it's in medical tourism, whether it is in the hospitality sector, whether it is in the transport sector, and other business opportunities that are available. The significance is that it gives an opportunity to the private sector to play a critical role. It also highlights to them that really they must come out. You know, if we have to attain the 5 million tourists from 2027 and even more, the private sector must really play a critical role.
So that's the one and only Miss Kia Simmons. She was here on the show. She came here. It was really an amazing conversation. She actually relocated from the United States of America to Kenya. She was in the military, you know, and she sold everything, sold her house, and moved here in the 254 Nairobi, Kenya. Right now, she has an initiative that is helping other African Americans to actually relocate easier in the 254 Nairobi, Kenya. And seeing this, because she's always pushing on social media, also she's very supportive, also in regards to maybe my podcast and also the radio station over here. And the fact that right now we see like she has a conference in a few days, and I'm waiting to go for the one Dr. Umar is actually going to basically be speaking at. I think it's going to happen in January, where Dr. Umar will be talking.
In Nairobi, Kenya?
In Kenya, yeah. I'm going to
Oh.
go. I'm going to attend that one
Lazima,
so that I can
hiyo,
definitely
I think that
meet
that
Dr.
time-
Umar. Sorry.
For that event, I think I ought to give you a date for that night, for that day.
Okay. You want to come along?
Yes, I want to see Dr.
Alrighty.
Umar.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we should think about it.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go because
I'm
I
now
talked to
interested to
Miss
go.
Kia and I told her I want to have Dr. Umar
Mm,
over at the studio. She said it's possible.
mhm.
So that might happen.
No problem. Then
Yeah.
mimi ngataka kuona Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
So mimi ngasema I'm joining.
Yes, I'm really excited. I'm really happy for her. She's been putting in the work. She's been doing amazing, and she's actually helping a lot of African Americans relocate
We're
to
they come
Africa.
home.
Absolutely. Lastly, I want to play this other video where she was talking about the whole conference thing and her purpose in relocating African Americans to
The Journey Back
Nairobi.
to Eden initiative is more than a program. It is restoration. It is reconnection. It is generational renewal. It is the healing of historical wounds. It is the bridge back to identity, prosperity, and home. To the government of Kenya, thank you for your belief. To the private sector, thank you for your partnership. And to the Kenyan people, thank you for your warmth and your embrace. And to the global African family, Karibuni Kenya, welcome home and welcome to the journey back to Eden. Thank you.
Actually, it already started. The conference already started. Yeah, so that's the one and only Miss Kia Simmons doing amazing. And say when I spoke about healing, about legacy, about what Journey Back to Eden truly represent, people cried. I cried. The government cried because this is bigger than relocation. This is restoration. This is reconnection. This is the fast, real, tangible bridge between Kenya and the global Black diaspora. If this moment touches you through the screen, imagine what's coming next. Journey Back to Eden 2026 is officially activated, and we are grateful for the partnership that she had. So that's what she has been doing. So definitely we'll be looking forward to the conference.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Indeed.
Absolutely. But family, welcome again to another conversation here with us about the history behind our agricultural and economic sector. But before that, let's listen into the health and benefit of ashwagandha.
Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the sports and nutrition store.
$23.90, you'll definitely get your ashwagandha. Again, let's start this conversation about the history behind our agricultural and economic sector. And I want to start with the fact that our African economic sector is super diverse and basically include agriculture, services, and mining, with services being the largest contributor to the GDP and agriculture employing the most people, 100%. When we talk about tea farming, there are a lot of people who do that, and they're employees 100%. The manufacturing sector is expanding, and renewable energy is becoming increasingly important. Growth in sectors like telecommunication, banking, and tourism also drives the economy. But basically, the main conversation about agriculture, this sector is a significant employer, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, and remains a key contributor to the GDP. It faces challenges like a lack of modernization and investment. Fact, and we know why, because we can't say it's a challenge, because it's possible, which limits its productivity. And the service that they offer it includes rapidly growing areas such as telecommunication, banking, tourism, and other businesses or services driven by technological advancement and urbanization. I don't know what's your take on this.
On agriculture,
Mostly agriculture, because that's what we're actually talking about right now. Yes.
So agriculture and forever is always the backbone of any population, because at the end of the day, people have to eat, people have to work, people have to continue living, and humans have to get their dose of energy for them to continue being productive, for them to continue living. Otherwise, you cannot have a country where people are going for jobs and they're not eating. Therefore, agriculture is an important and it's an extremely important factor. It being a backbone, not calling it the backbone, but being part of the structure of a backbone, really strong one. We can call it maybe the vertebrae. We can say we can equate it to the strength of the vertebrae, for example,
Right.
and say that it holds the back of the country. And agriculture shouldn't something that in 2025 you're still talking about challenges
I know.
because we are now too advanced for that.
Mm.
We're in an age where our phones are opening using facial identification. You don't even need to input
Talk
your
about it.
passwords. We're in a technological advancement eras where someone is able to find plastics and convert it into fuel.
Mm.
We're in an era where we have artificial intelligence running our world, running the world and the technology
Right.
in it. We have reached to a place where we have technological advancements that lead us to points where we even have robots. And you can't put those two compositions in one pot and they still make sense still.
Absolutely.
Like, what do you mean we're in an age where we have advanced technology? We're talking about artificial intelligence, yet we're still talking about challenges in agriculture, especially in African countries.
And also, I believe they're actually putting that notion out. Obviously, the government is benefiting from this
Yes.
because we export a lot of crops,
Yes.
which definitely should be manufactured in the 254 Nairobi, Kenya.
Yes.
But that part of the manufacturing process has been stagnated so that it can be a way to benefit other foreign nations, and it will definitely depend on them because we do not have a lot of history in the pre-colonial era talking about how Africa used to be a land of abundance, also a land of abundance, and everything that you're talking about right now.
Indeed. And it's sad because the problems that we Africans are crying about, especially in the agricultural sector,
Yeah.
are problems that have been placed there to be actual problems.
Intentionally.
Intentional problems.
Yes.
These are not problems that sprout naturally that can be solved, but these are systemic, intentionally placed
Absolutely.
problems because we, Ghana or Africa in general, produces 60% of the world's cocoa.
Talk about it.
Yet, where is the biggest chocolate factory in the world situated at?
Then you're
Switzerland,
right.
right? Belgium, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland. These are
And it grows in Ghana.
But the cocoa is planted in Ghana.
Oh my gosh.
Hershey's, Dairy Milk, Cadbury. These are all people who are complicit in this because they will harvest the cocoa pod in Africa.
Absolutely.
As saying 60% of the cocoa coming from Africa, world consumption. Remember, the world has population of 8 billion individuals, and these are people who are consuming chocolate and chocolate-related products on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And on large scales. If you can give an example, look at let us give alone African consumption of cocoa. It's not as big as consumption of cocoa in America, consumption of cocoa in Europe, consumption of cocoa in Asia. These are big consumers of cocoa, chocolate-related products, chocolate cocoa butter, cocoa butter lotions. Cocoa-related products are not just from the confectionaries alone. There are also lotions. Cocoa butter flavored lotions come from the cocoa
Absolutely.
pod. It's not something they manufacture in the lab at your cocoa flavor. No. That's something that comes from the farm. Look at the biggest tea producers in the world and the biggest coffee producers. Ni sisi hapa nyumbani Kenya in the 254. And then you look at the biggest consumers of tea globally. People in Europe, people in America, they're the biggest consumers of tea. Yet, the benefactors of this whole trade are not where the plants are planted.
Absolutely.
You will find children are being exploited in Ghana to harvest cocoa. You will find farmers, parents in Kenya being exploited, being paid garbage money for the hard work that they do. The people who is going to look after that after that tea bud from it being a young baby tree to it being a grown ass producing tree that gives you the leaves? Who is going to look after that? It's we the African people, we the people in the land. Who is going to look after that plant day in, day out, making
Right.
sure there are no pests, making sure that it's receiving enough water, making sure it's receiving whatever the plantation requires, making sure if there's a disease, we cut out that place and we quarantine this area so that the disease doesn't spread. Who is doing all that work on the ground? It's not the motherfuckers on the Nestle board.
Talk about it. Yes.
They're not the ones. Then these not the people in the boardrooms.
No.
Ketepa boardrooms. They're not the ones. And then you will find our politicians. And our politicians, by the way, let's say they're actually complicit in this exploitation.
Because they're
yes.
benefiting from it, because
Yes.
they're in those positions for their own sake.
For their own sake.
All of them are super greedy.
Yes.
Because even the employees you're talking about, even
Yes.
the ones who are picking tea,
Yes.
can you imagine the amount of money they're being paid to do all that work under that sun?
Yes.
It does not compare to the branded tea that we actually buy at the store,
Yes.
or the people who are actually really, really benefiting from the real deal that they are collaborating with the government, the two
Yes.
governments, honestly. And it's a system that has been kept that way intentionally
Yes.
to actually keep Africa, let me say also Kenya,
Yes.
impoverished in the side of the tea farming.
Yes.
Because as I was at the Sensory Gardens in Limuru, that's a 600-acre of tea. 600 acre. I was just standing in the middle of it, in the middle of the tea. I'm like, oh my God. The history that we were taught there, thank God I know what I know right now. I was disagreeing with everything, like in their face,
Yes.
until I met them question everything they were telling me.
Yes.
Because I was like, how did the British
Yes.
discover tea while it's
Yes.
growing in this land? Tell me about it. Does it make sense?
It's the same analogy of the
Yeah.
idiot who came and told us this is Lake Victoria.
Right.
And we're the ones who've been living with it. Dr. Livingstone, unless he's the one who brought Lake.
Absolutely.
lake with
Thank
it.
you so much.
And as last time we said, it's called Lake Labulala.
There's a name that you said.
Labulala.
Yeah.
Now, it's the same concept that they
It's so
use.
heartbreaking because I know there's a lot of people who go for the tea firm tour thing,
Yes.
and this is the kind of information they're teaching them.
yes.
Can you imagine a little kid? Maybe you've gone there with your kids, or
Yes.
basically just young teenage kids,
Yes.
and this is what they're teaching them, and it's basically the same education
Over
that I
and over
found in
again.
this institution.
Yes.
But the fact that I was able to question everything they were telling me, it's just like I was really upset because I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my God, like wow, this is really, really happening right now.
And it's a terrible situation, by the way, from the miseducation to
Absolutely.
the mispayment and underpayment. I'm looking at figures, Hapa.
Yeah.
Before we even go into the miseducation, we're gonna look into the figures.
Okay.
We're looking at the standard amount that the tea farmer in Muranga, in Nyeri, in the Rift Valley,
Yeah.
will pay to the tea
Pickers.
the tea KTBA and the,
Okay.
and the tea factories.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find that they are paid cash 25 per kg.
Wow.
That is a rate of 25 shillings per kilogram, which is roughly $0.19. So that's like 19 cents, right? 19 cents a kilo. And then for the finished product, now this is the tea bag people buy in the supermarket,
Yeah.
goes at 330 shillings per kilogram.
And you know the tea bags are the like fifth from fourth to is it not 10th grade?
Yes.
Like they're not the best.
The best grade.
It's like dust.
Yes, they give
Like
you
it's
the
not
Mabaki.
that. So what makes it so expensive is the branding.
Yes. And then you'll find with the tea and how they process it,
Mm.
this is information out there, and it's not like we never in the business of speculating, in the business
Absolutely.
of giving factual information.
Absolutely.
So we know that from production, the very best grade of tea is not consumed in Africa.
Mm.
It is consumed in Europe. That's why they love their tea times at 3 p.m. in the evening.
Right.
And we know this all this.
And it's the grade 1 to
the-
grade 3.
Yes.
Yes.
The first grade. And
Yes.
then though I'm not that well informed in the
Yeah.
grades of tea, I
Okay.
know but I know the good, nice grades are not consumed locally. Happening by
Mm.
and that product that you're being given, it being the most mediocre and the most taka garbage one.
Yes.
We are being sold. Sold.
Residual.
Yeah, the residue actually. We consume the residue.
Yes.
They sell it. They sell it to us at 330 shillings
Mhm.
a kilogram. So first things first, the first mistake or the first wrong thing, the first wrong they've done is selling as a residue, and then
Absolutely.
the residues being sold to us is crazy expensive.
Very expensive.
We understand that this is process of value addition
Mm.
and converting a product from it being a raw material to a finished product.
Mhm.
But if you look at the exploitation, you bought this product at 25 shillings a kilogram, and then you packaged and remade this, you transformed this package into another product or into another thing,
Mm.
and then you sell it at 330 shillings,
Mm.
meaning that is more than 100% profit,
Mhm.
right? That is more than 100% profit. And then the farmer will go home with garbage coins. They will go with mabaki.
Mhm.
From that 330 shillings per kg, let us say 25 shilling goes back to the farmer. And then because the process of value addition is not that it's crazy that they're adding gold into it, let's say for kg, with that similar 330 kg packet, let's say cost of production, let's say covering even the oil, the water, that is divided to the kilogram specifically. Let us gamble and say maybe cost of production of 1 kg of tea bag is 100 shillings.
Okay.
Let us assume.
Mhm.
And then we bought the tea leaves at 25 shillings per kg.
Mhm.
So that is 125 shillings of the same 1 kilo,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
This 1 kilo of tea, in the end, I know it probably won't give us the same 1 kilo of
Right.
tea,
Right.
but it will contribute kujazilia the kilo.
Mm.
So from the kilo, 125 to 330, that's 225 shillings profit.
Okay.
That is something that if you doing this business on it being like a legit and a business that it being here to
Right.
help people,
Mhm.
you at least pay the farmer 80 shillings
80 shillings.
per
Okay.
kilogram,
Uh-huh.
so that this farmer can be able to get more money and feed and raise the kids.
Mm.
Then it becomes terrible because the people who are buying these tea leaves at 25 shillings are the same EKTDA, yenye it will repackage it and then send the tea to European factories, where European factories are going to convert it into grade 1 to grade 10, and then they will retain the good grades for them, and then they will repackage the remaining residue coming back to Africa as ketepa or whatever tea leaf you're gonna take. So the process is filled with a lot of cartels
Thank you. Who are benefiting?
and theft
Greed.
and a lot of selfishness and greed.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't help the situation when they exceed that, and on top of the greed they add miseducation.
Sean, thank you. That's the worst.
It's not good.
Not at all.
It's adding not even salt, it's adding acid on a wound. You're not doing anything of benefit to it, you're actually making it worse.
Because we're still instilling the
Yes.
inferiority complex
Yes.
to our people
Yes.
and giving accolades to the white man
Yes.
to something they didn't do at all.
And it's
They didn't discover shit. They didn't civilize anybody.
Fuck off.
And this is the miseducation that they are passing on to people in these areas, honestly.
And it's okay. Fuck these people, man.
Mm.
And part of the miseducation that they continue to purport, they make it look profitable or make it look nice to indulge in tea farming. So they will entice you in bonuses or be a tea
Right.
farmer.
Yeah.
While all they want all this time is just exploit you for them. For the
Yeah.
tea. They know their lands huko Ugaibuni. They can't facilitate
At all.
this type of farming.
Absolutely.
80%
Well, there are
of,
no lands at all.
yes, and
With the type of natural, healthy crops, plants that grow in Africa, cannot compare it.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's sometimes it's even it's okay. You don't even understand how weird it get goes. At some point you'll understand. Okay, if I was them, I would do the exact same thing.
And I would not disregard that. It's not their fault.
Yes.
If maybe they'll be like, oh my God, let me go do more research on this. But a lot of these individuals or employees on these farms and lands doing all the hard work is because of poverty.
Yes,
It's because they have to put something on their
on
table.
the table, and the kids have to eat.
Yeah, so they don't even have that time to think about, oh, let me go and do some history about who discovered.
Tea.
Thank you.
Well, you'll find, for example, the reason why we say who understand but not excuse.
Yeah. Yes.
Why
Not excuse.
not excuse,
Absolutely.
understand, and not excuse why you might do that. You
Yeah.
find a land like a country like Japan,
Mhm.
where 80% of the land is rocky. You cannot
Okay.
farm.
Right.
But what did the Japanese do? They didn't decide, okay, let us go colonize the rest of the world and make them plant our plantations. They turned to fish farming. And Japan is one of
But
the biggest.
I'm so sorry to cut you short because it's crazy. Because during the tour, they mentioned that the Chinese or the Japanese also were part of the discovery of the tea in Kenya.
Because their lands, it's true. Japan, there's
No, I disagree.
You cannot grow anything in Japan.
No.
They,
How did they discover our tea then?
okay, they didn't discover.
That's what I'm saying.
They didn't discover. That's just Ulabalu tale. They tell people where they can justify why they're planting their crops.
Absolutely.
There's no discovery. There's no kind of discovery.
Nobody discovered Africa.
Nobody discovered anything.
Nobody discovered anything. Everything was in Africa, has
Nobody
always been
discovered
here.
anything. Fuck you and your
Even
discoveries.
before before the white man.
Before us, Adi.
Everything was here.
Even us, when we came to Africa, wherever we came from in Africa, we didn't bring Lake Victoria and the crops. We found everything here.
But it's ours as Africans.
It's ours as
because it's
Africa.
our land.
It's our land.
Absolutely.
Yes. So they shouldn't go on this saying that they discovered tea.
And they should stop teaching that crap, honestly.
Well, if they're the ones who discovered tea, then they can go and discover another moon for us then.
Right?
Bitches.
It doesn't even make sense right now when you actually tell someone who really understands what's happening. They're like, what do you mean you discovered? What do you mean?
Tea?
You discovered the lake? How is that possible? Are you God? Honey, no.
Some people need you need to beat slap some people at least.
Mhm.
You clock the bitch like just one nice clock a bitch slap.
Right.
They'll get back to their senses and then they'll be like, oh okay.
Mm.
We were saying something stupid and yeah, doing something stupid because okay, your lands being terrible for farming doesn't excuse you to come and oppress other people. Your lands being infertile and rocky doesn't mean you've been given the reason now to become assholes
Right.
over people whose lands are okay. That is a fight you take it to God, not us humans. So you don't get justified to say, we discovered tea, our lands are not good for tea, so let us come to your place and build tea and tea. Tea is an excuse. That is the same excuse they used with cotton.
But also, it shows you how they've always viewed Africans naive,
Labor.
docile. Also, whatever they
The work
say
is to do.
goes. Yes, and we don't question anything
Your work as an African is to give to Caesar
until
what belongs to
this
Caesar.
generation awakened and we're like, hey, we know what's happening. We question, we do a lot of relearning and learning,
They need to
and
give
we're
to
ready to
Caesar.
take over our land back. I want to play a short video over here. General Mosquito, how you doing? He's saying, hello, Longoria. Who's the guest that we can't see his face? He's the one and only
Sankara.
in the building here with us. You can download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackwatfireradionetwork.com for amazing, healthy supplements with a Blackwatch Fire Radio logo on it. Supplements like ashwagandha, beetroot, simos, one of my favorite. But I want to play a short video by one of my favorite mentor, the one and only Joshua Maponger, talking about land.
And is a criminal. Anyone, because no one has the first receipt of where they bought it from. Africans is it where we don't own our land. Our land owns us. From it we came, to it we shall return. The background is that when the Europeans came here and they said they wanted land, the Africans said, oh, really? You want land? So is it? Because in our heads, we never thought that land could be put in a briefcase.
It's abundance. Land
And
is
someone
available.
jumps in a boat or in an aeroplane and flies away with our land.
Yes.
But what the African did not understand is that by giving me a piece of land, in the backdrop of our ignorance, legislative frameworks were being structured to ownership of land. Laws were being written down. You gave me the piece of land, next thing we saw were wires being put around this land.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you can't access your grandfather's graves. You can't access the river.
Coming to think about it, that did not exist. You know,
The
in
ownership,
the
land
pre-colonial era, that did not exist because land belongs to everybody.
ownership. Land was communally
Thank you.
owned in Africa.
Yes.
And they cannot say that's garbage intelligence because we have evidence of
Absolutely.
African of land being communally owned in Africa.
Yeah.
Look at the Maasai lifestyle. And that is where you get the proof that indeed
Mm-hmm.
we lived in a society that believed that land is a communal project or a communal property. It was owned communally.
Absolutely.
The Maasai, as they migrate to their culture and crops and everything, they don't go carrying the lands that they did,
Right.
that they were occupying on the back of their camels. They come to this place, they settle, they utilize that land. Once that land has been fully
True.
utilized, they move to another place.
So true.
So it is true to in our culture, in our way of life, and even in our DNA, we never knew or we don't even understand this land can be packaged into a piece of paper.
Right.
So
And also our nature, super welcoming, loving, caring, you know.
But you said it's mine.
No thoroughfare.
And then policemen are coming around.
Yeah.
Then your cattle have come onto my land. I'm confiscating them systematically. We were duped into thinking that the usage of land would remain communal.
Yes.
We did not know that it will move into the capitalistic sort of space.
Private property rights is a very big one that a lot of the beneficiaries of colonialism love quoting in the Constitution.
Who is the African? The African is not a geographical location in as much as it is. Who is the African? The African is the one who is allowed to practice and live in Africa in connection
Come
with his
on.
culture and
Yes.
practice self-actualization using his resources
That's a good definition of an African. I love it.
yeah,
and practice
Come
self
on, Joshua
and
Maponger.
live in Africa. It's not a geographical location in as
I'm
much as
gonna
it
go
is.
back
Big
again.
one that a lot of the beneficiaries of colonialism love quoting in the Constitution.
Who is the African? The African is not a geographical location in as much as it is. Who is the African? The African is the one who is allowed to practice and live in Africa in connection with his culture and practice self-actualization
Come on.
using his resources to the best of his ability
Yes.
and not become a footnote on the historical storyline of the colonialist.
Yes. Actually dissecting yourself or basically just shoving that narrative so far away from you. the
Yes.
history that we know about colonization.
And Mr. Joshua Mupunga, is it Doctor or Mr. Doctor?
Yes.
Dr. Joshua Mupunga has said something very interesting, which is usually a factor I've come to realize, or a fact that I've come to realize very many Africans are not knowledgeable in that.
That's true.
This is what we call the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. And
Tell me about it.
the thing that has made me talk about the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs is because he's mentioned the term self-actualization.
Self-actualization.
And
Okay.
this is usually the last and the fifth step
Okay.
on the Abraham hierarchy of Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. And when an African is not educated on this, they will not be able to get to a point where they'll be able to discover, okay, there's a fucking need.
Okay.
Because self-actualization is the tipmost where you discover who you are as a person.
Absolutely.
So Abraham Maslow said that there are 5 stages to life.
Okay.
And there are 5 needs that a human being, once they've catered those,
Okay.
they will receive something we call utmost inner satisfaction. Or what we
Utmost-
call,
Utmost inner satisfaction.
which we other terms
Uh-huh.
call self-actualization. That statement you must remember before is an explanation. of
Utmost inner
yeah,
satisfaction.
inner satisfaction.
Yes.
Inner satisfaction is actually self-actualization.
Sure.
That's someone who is satisfied internally.
Absolutely.
Is someone who we say that is someone who has
Actualization.
So
Actualize. Yes.
yes, that's the self-actualized person. The first stage is basic needs.
Okay.
Food,
Absolutely.
clothing, water.
Yeah.
And then the second one is tertiary needs.
Right.
Education, healthcare,
Okay.
blah blah blah. Then the third one is the tertiary needs. These are
The tertiary you said is the second one.
secondary.
You've said basic
Primary.
needs, tertiary. You've
Oh.
mentioned tertiary.
Okay, let me rearrange this.
Okay.
Primary, secondary, tertiary, security, then self-actualization.
Okay.
So once a human has acquired, I can be able to get food. Food is here and
Right.
I will advance what? Good healthcare,
Mhm.
good education. Then I'll advance to the third stage, which is
Right.
the tertiary needs. These are things like social acceptance. These are more of social belongings now. Okay, I have money now, I have food, I have healthcare. Now I need to belong to a certain group of people. Let's
Mm.
say maybe I'm in a middle class, or I'm in a boys' club,
Right.
or I'm in this, I'm in that. I do painting with my buddies. Now that is the social need to be able to. We are social creatures, so we need to socialize. And then the third one, no, the fourth one is security for everything that you've acquired down here.
Right.
You need to secure everything you've acquired here down here.
Mhm.
And then after you've secured everything you've acquired, Hapachini, all the needs from the basic, from the primary, secondary to tertiary, you now self-actualize. Why?
Right.
What else do you need in life?
And you've mentioned something about basic needs, and it actually maybe contemplate about whoever feeds you controls you.
Yes. And they will not let you be able to advance
Absolutely.
in the staircase of the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs.
And it's not the fact that Africans cannot feed themselves, it's because they have gatekeepers, and the fact that it has been intentionally made to be impoverished.
Someone who hasn't self-actualized,
Yeah.
someone who is already still trapped in, let me feed you.
Yeah.
Feed.
They give you like bits and bits,
bits and bits.
not the whole package.
Yes.
Because you definitely want to go back to them to ask for more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And someone who hasn't been able to advance in the hierarchy of needs, they will not be able to realize some of these things that you've been taken advantage of in your life. That is where they can easily come and tell you, "This is a piece of paper. Can you give you more paper so that you can give us your land?"
Right.
But if you're self-actualized, you're like, okay, you've reached to a point where your food safety, security safety, every safety that you're working on, looking for, is attained and done. You won't be able to fall easily for these traps. Let us give you this, let us give you that, let us do this for you, let us do that for you.
Absolutely.
Even if all Africans were able to provide for themselves very good healthcare, the best healthcare.
We are able to. We are really able to because we used to do this
If you can-
before
Yes,
pre-colonial era. But it's
Yes.
because of the type of politicians we do have right now,
we can.
acting as gatekeepers, thinking about themselves. That's where we are as a people in Africa. It's so sad because I believe, even as Mr. Newsom says, every African individual should definitely be living in abundance right now. Why
Yes.
not? We are literally sleeping and walking on wealth, real money.
Yes, and if you haven't, into us people realize that, or if they don't be, if an individual can't be able to reach to self-actualization, it would be very easy to manipulate
Yeah.
this person.
And that's why we should definitely talk more about this.
Yes,
However you can, wherever you can,
yes.
do it. Because it's really
Self-actualization.
important, as you said. It's not an excuse, but we can also understand. But also, we are the channels for other people to really, really understand who they are as Africans.
Yes.
The true African identity. We do have the God General Mosquito. General Mosquito, you keep changing your names and profiles. He says Joshua Maponga Kali is touring in China somewhere. Oh, okay, cool. And also, it's so funny because at the tour, they told me this story. I don't want to believe it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if you definitely believe this because they told me the same thing.
Yeah.
This is what Gerald Mosquito actually typed, and it's the same thing they're trying to teach us over there. They're saying apparently a Chinese person discovered tea. One day, he was boiling some water and some plants fell into it. So he tested it and liked the fusion.
This motherfuckers are.
I don't believe that,
It's
General
a lie.
Mosquito.
I mean,
We
that
did
story-
always have tea in Africa. So how did he discover it?
and then look at the process of
Oh my gosh.
how we know tea. We know how we know tea right now.
Yeah.
You can't just tell me they fell into the tea leaves into the water and then
He was the chosen one?
he was the chosen
He
one.
was
What
the
do you mean,
chosen
Jesus
one.
Christ now you die for our sins now.
He was just boiling water. And then some plant fell into it.
But you already know the process of making tea. You need your tea leaves to be dried
Thank
so
you.
that you can
Come
have
on.
maximum potency.
Come on.
Yes.
That's what's up,
You need to-
family.
You need to achieve maximum potency.
So,
from the tea leaves.
I don't believe that story, General Mosquito.
Hapo tumeshika yeye.
No way.
Arrested.
Become the subject material
Arrest General Mosquito.
of that storyline. So being African is not complexion. Being African is a mindset.
Yes.
Solving our problems using both African indigenous knowledge systems, creating parallel systems to the capitalistic system, and allowing our people to have access. It saddens me that even in this day, we cannot be talking about Africa Union having an Africa Union Bank. All these countries borrow money from ourselves. Africa Union National Army. Silence the genocide in the Congo, which is going on as I'm talking.
Come on, yeah, do that. But
Yes.
they're not doing that
And he
for
said-
years.
He has actually said something I've been
If
preaching
it's
to
a
myself.
true association or organization, why are they not able to do that?
He has
Because
yes, he has actually said something I've been preaching to myself actually.
Yeah.
Is thank God we're here now. I can be able to preach. Praise Jesus.
Okay.
So the African and the African
as we're
continent,
almost winding up,
yes,
Yeah.
requires something called the African Union, TIC, the African Bank, TIC, and the African Army. Those are the three things.
but it's talking about the organization.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are the three things we as Africans should be advocating for. Let us say, God forbid, we get into a place where there's a third world war. We are the only people on the planet who cannot defend themselves.
Facts, true.
We don't have the numbers.
We don't
in
have
our
the
militaries.
weapons.
We don't have the weapons. And then
Yeah.
you'll find that African countries have been banned from operating and working with uranium products.
Absolutely.
African countries have been placed with embargoes that block them from experimenting and playing around with uranium products.
Mhm.
Why? Because once we get ourselves we get our hands on uranium products, we will create atomic weapons, and we will Hiroshima, Nagasaki these people.
Right.
We will Hiroshima their asses till they Nagasaki away from our land.
Mm.
That is where they're scared, because African countries have been really suppressed into not opening up their heads. There is NATO. These motherfuckers have come together and they have created an army to protect themselves.
Mm.
America, France, Japan, whatever
it.
garbage country, they're all in NATO, and those 35 garbage countries that are in NATO.
It's like,
Kenya should leave NATO right now.
mm,
NATO will not save you from an apocalypse.
come on.
NATO will not save you from an apocalypse.
Mm.
The moment the world decides to get into war, because the world, let us speak the truth, the world is a series of wars and deaths.
That's
and
true.
That's what the world has been.
That is
since
true.
the beginning.
Yeah.
We cannot say that war or mischief or bad things are things of the recent. These are things that have been keeping the world running left, right, and center. And it's actually a shock from the little research I was doing this time I was in.
But it's when a group of people appeared.
Yes.
Before that, none of that thing was happening.
No, well, it's debatable.
It's not the facts.
Well, from kitu kidogo ni I looked online, I've come to the realization, and I've seen that we're actually living in one of the most peaceful
Not really.
regimes or
No.
eras.
In the pre-colonial era, there was nothing like wars.
Because
Have you done your research on the African history?
that
The
was
real African history. Real.
that was my thinking until I discovered.
Not my thinking, it's a fact.
Do you know there was a time getting malaria was a death sentence.
And that's when a group of individuals appeared.
So
Before that, Africa had no diseases. Africa was not impoverished. It was a very peaceful land until a group of people appeared.
some of the diseases that were taking us down, or like if
They were
this generation-
introduced by
if this generation was to be born a few hundred years back, very many of us wouldn't be here, because there was a point getting malaria, there wasn't any cure.
and that was in the
And-
pre-colonial era.
Yes.
The post-colonial era.
It's okay. It's the timeline.
It's really important, very important,
Well,
because I don't want to ever give accolades to the white man.
we're not giving accolades.
Mm.
We're trying to show the time that we're living in is less deadly than other times that we've lived in.
I disagree with that.
Because we're in a time where
I disagree with that.
numbers. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say
Okay.
this because I'm going to say this, that the wars that the numbers that people are dying from wars right now are not as catastrophic as they were in medieval. We're even going back to the times that the Egyptians. We are going back as we can go, because there was a time.
Which time are you talking about? Is it the pre-colonial era?
We are going back nyuma
Or
kabisa
post-
kabisa.
Pre-colonial era, right? Before the
pre-colonial-
white man landed in Africa.
Okay, I'm talking
about that time.
now. I'm talking of moments before 2025, since the world existed before 2025. No, that's what. Whether it's pre-colonial,
I am-
post-colonial, during colonial, we're talking about a period before 2025. No matter whatever was happening at that time, you're looking at a place. If you'd gone into war in that, especially, let's assume you were in the World War, in the First World War.
So that means it's during the post-colonial era where the white man existed. So
No,
I'm listening to you.
It's part of the
no,
timeline.
I actually disagree with you, because
Because
you're
you-
trying
you know,
to say when Africans existed, there was still wars and poverty and diseases,
No,
and I
no,
disagree with that.
I'm not talking about. Okay, I'm not talking about
So you have to reframe your perspective correctly.
okay, Sawa. Maybe this is what I'm saying. From any moment before the 2025,
Which moment is that?
any
Name
whether
it.
whether it's
Is
pre-colonial.
it pre-colonial? I disagree.
It's okay. It's okay. And
Yes.
you have no problem. It's not like during pre-colonial periods people were living forever. People died.
Yeah, but we lived longer as Africans.
No problem, but people still died.
So what's the
no
point?
one-
What's your point?
My point is, we're in a place where we're in an era where there isn't as much recorded deaths. My argument is we're in actually one of the most quiet eras in our lifetime. Whether it's before the white man came, whether it's after the white man came, there's a time. There was a period. Whatever war you were fighting in, it was a death sentence. You would get shot with a bullet or a spear, and you would have surgeons. There wasn't first aid. There wasn't spirit. There wasn't a cotton wool that would at least Right now, if you're shot in war, you can survive. It's true, we've had survivors of war. With technological advancements have assisted us doing better in wars, in diseases. We are headed Missouri. You will find there's a place.
I can say I'm not really following what you're saying, but my perspective or my point is, which is definitely factual, even Mr. Newsom can actually agree with me on this. In the pre-colonial era, before the white man stepped his foot in Africa, it was the most peaceful time of all time.
And we
Peaceful, and also people lived longer. There were no diseases. So, in the fact that you're saying right now that it's the most peaceful time, they're using
Okay,
so many
quiet.
other, yeah, they're using so dire things to literally straightforward diminish you as an African.
Let me ask you a question. Since the Sudan war in Darfur started, how many casualties have we experienced?
Tell
In
me.
South Sudan. Let me check. Numbers ilikuwa inasema 100 and what? 1,000. 100 and something thousand, right? 100,000, 200 and something thousand. Those are the total fatalities since the war in Sudan started. Approximately. World War killed how many people? First World War killed how many people?
You tell me.
We are going to do those figures. We're going to check those figures hapa.
Your mosquito is saying, hey, that's what they say, not me. In regards to the Chinese person discovering tea, okay, good, not you. Got that. But we're actually winding up right away. I'll just play this video for Joshua Mapunga.
You're right.
That is correct.
You know, silencing all these wars that are happening, protecting our
Somalia,
borders,
Ethiopia, Cameroon,
Congo,
deaths,
Africa.
Sudan.
Africa is in flames.
It is in flames. And I will still disagree on that note because they're hiding so many things behind us right now. Even though they're hiding a lot of things, I know our African brothers and sisters in different parts of the world are dying every day. So I can't say it's the most calm or peaceful time. I believe it's the most worst time right now.
No.
You can't say no. That's my perspective. You don't have to agree with it.
Yes, I don't have to agree with it.
Yes.
We are looking at the numbers of World War here. The First World War caused between 16 and 20 million deaths. And then those are 16 to 20 million deaths. These are what most historians say right now.
Yes.
And then,
So what are you using? Google?
I'm on Grok.
Okay.
I'm searching on Grok. Grok is giving me the numbers. And then we're looking at the casualty of the Sudan war, which is indicates 770,000 casualties that have died. Me saying we're in a quiet place doesn't mean that there's no war happening. War is happening
Every day, even right now.
It doesn't mean that the fact that war
Human
isn't
trafficking,
happening.
it's happening right now.
It's happening. Slavery.
Our
everything.
foods have been altered with. It's happening right now.
All the evil things are happening, but from the scale of which, from the recorded deaths that we've experienced in history, we'll say we're in one of the most silent.
That's according to Sankara. But we're winding up family right now here on the conversation about the history behind our agricultural and economic sector. Amazing conversation. Jerry Mosquito, the ones who are listening to us, thank you so much on YouTube, on Rumble, and BitChute. My name is Yutan Lunguria, and
I am Sankara.
Mhm.
Sankara with the very many names. I'm also human.
Of course he is. But before that, I'll also share a little snippet of Miss Kia Simmons actually doing amazing things. She's basically hosting a beautiful conference called The Journey Back to Eden, and the one and only Dr. Umar will definitely be one of the speakers.
Now, the government, in partnership with Travas Culture, has unveiled the Journey Back to Eden initiative to attract African Americans, Afro-Caribbeans, and the global African diaspora back to Kenya. Officials say it could redefine Kenya's tourism landscape by diversifying source markets.
And we've often said there's been a 400-year, but it's been at least 700 years disconnect of the stolen children of Africa being able to return home, and not only be able to return home, but bring back the brilliantness, the warriorness, the investments, the opportunities that Africa deserve, and Kenya definitely is in the forefront of it right now.
It gives an opportunity to African Americans and generally the diaspora to come back to Kenya.
That's the one and only Miss Kier Simmons, who definitely is in partnership with the government is in partnership with Travels Culture, and they've officially welcomed the African Americans back to the 254 Nairobi, Kenya. If you're able to attend that conference, we'll be there, God willing, definitely.
Yes, we did.
Definitely take lots of videos and say hi to Dr. Omar.
Yes, you will.
Absolutely. But have a fabulous, beautiful afternoon, family. See you in the next show. My name is Yurton Longoria, always talking about redefining Africa as we redefine ourselves on Let's Pop with Irritant, because you are the change
You want to see in the world.
Come on! My mantra is energetic and magnetic, baby.
Feel the freshness.
It's one of those hooks that you can't forget.
Ooh, when I said you are the change.
You want to see in the world.
Come on, that's what's
That's
up.
what we call a hook, baby.
Come on, it's the African awakening unapologetically.
Aye, aye, aye.
Hey.
One hit at a time.
Flow bananas in your monkey. Flow is a nut. Hii ni mwaka. Jon Snow give me scratch. Kasaki can listen to Dragon. Choko wewe parking. Nikusoka soza tuko wake. Hii ni weka bila plan.
You're now listening to the best music.
Hii ni kasi kama mradi. Shrine flow chini funky. Flow mingi kama 90. Young king with a matting. Fanya marapa jidena wagambi. Anaga wani kama kali. Hata vani ya chuko hiding. Kasa vani yeah we run things. Fine things, flow my thing. Painting, tewa piping. Tora saba kama painting. Smile, tewe mudengi. Teno bateni kitambi. Feel the freshness. Saisi boti orodha, and I know level no contract. Most money is struggle. Back on the scene like a vet. Maswali zenyu sina flex. Front page for gazette. Fuck your opinion and ratings. None of you niggas can match me. Ukizusha unashuka mashati. Kijana na dunga viflashi. Sisemi mabuchi Versace. Luku zenyu zile trend. Kasi yo luku ni feni. Seti kishada tumedi. Kama ni nyaka sipendi. Gang iko fresh, gang iko clean kama kawaida. Dem fresh, painting kama kawaida. Jesh mangoto masilva kama kawaida. Tukipiga to the scene kama kawaida.